Okay, I'm gonna do another VN recording, and this is Crier. I just call it Crier. It looks, the style of it looks very similar to another visual novel that I played called Outside Agent. I wonder if it's the same developer or team that have made this one. But yeah, it caught my eye along with two other visual novels that I was looking at yesterday on IFDB. Again, I'm not really sure what to expect from this, but yeah, I'm just gonna start. For your role in the regicide plot, you were condemned to death. What is regicide? I've heard of that term, but I forgot what it meant. The caverns act as an oubliette. Okay, I need to adjust to this font because it's been a while since I've read anything in this sort of font style. Okay. Wait, let me take a sip of water as well. I literally woke up an hour ago, so my voice also probably sounds a little bit weird. But anyway, the caverns act as an oubliette, a burial site for refuse bio-waste bodies. As you descended into the pit, the guards beside you grew skittish. You realized they were armed not against the chance that you'd escaped your bonds, but against what might crawl from the depths. The staircase spiraled down and down, steep blocks of stone, glistening water the deeper you went. A sweet, sour, earthy smell of rot began to pervade the air. At the end, a space like the bottom of a well, that door barred with iron. The guards thrust you through at blade point and departed. Okay, so this is Mad Prophet. They've taken even the light with them. Feeling your way along the wall, you encounter a textured patch on the stone. It smells fungal, ozonic, whitely metallic. It shifts slowly against your hand. A sticky voice close to the wall, like the murmuring of many little tongues. The lichen is muttering to itself. 05617, approaching 9 unknown, 4.505, unregistered 6.83, consist 90. Hello, who is this? Or Query system info. Query system info. SYS. Sigint. Query? What is Sigint? 609. Sigilistic intelligence gathering 8 until 793.2 biomat. How autonomous are you? Until 37 of something. Receive station cord 98.237 0.54361.204 self-organizing cross-clad info symbiotic. Alert. Approach 4.5 known phenol red. Oh, what? Are you real? Yes, wait, yes, upper world or condemned? They don't usually use the oubliette anymore to dispose of the living. What are you made of? I'm phenol red. Don't worry, I won't touch you or anything. Lots of people, biotech stuff. Variously sapient sentient lives down here, outfolding the ancient dungeon tunnels into vilely to extract info from the miasma. Info trophy, basically. Oh, and sorry if I seem kind of scattered. It happens a lot. I see things that other people don't. They're the type that would include hope that helps smiley face at the end of their info hazard dump. Okay, tell me about it. I'm Mad Prophet. Wow, that's got to be valuable. Vedic. Do you have any prophecies right now? Ah, yes. You want to hear them? Actually, I know someone who would definitely want to hear about this. And if you're still worried about being condemned to infinite subworld death, she can provide protection maybe. But you'd have to do some favors. Come with me. Pheno Red leads you like a spark through the tunnels, dripstone winding under the earth. How old? It's as though you can smell the deposits of time down here. Blood, waste, growth without light. Glospia? 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 I have someone to show you. I know. Oh, is this a slime creature? Good work, dear girl. What is this wretched thing? Okay, what am I? An ambassador? An intelligencer? A mad prophet? Her protoplasmic form twists and bubbles. Faces appear in it like mute beasts made of clay. Is she a homunculus, alchemy, or algae? And what are you again? I mean, I guess I'll stick with the original premise, just because that's what I announced to whatever her, what's their name? Pheno Red. I don't know what their pronouns are. I already said to Pheno Red that I'm a mad prophet, so it'd be weird if I just like suddenly changed it to something else. Okay. As if you seem saner than most. You're evidently a liar, whatever you are. But I think you could be of some use, so I won't mulch you. I'm Glospia, a sublord of this biome. You wander in my domain, though perhaps you hadn't realized it. I'll accept your presence as an emissary. Pheno Red. Please don't mulch them. They seem interesting, and chemical signal is of desperation. I think they've had a hard life to get there. Oh, prophecies. They have prophecies to give? I like Pheno Red's, like, grammar style. Okay. Mad prophet. The end of the world. Great things will come down out of the stars. Every king will rot alive. The waters of the earth will turn to bile. Well, okay, so the great things will come down out of the stars. There was like a meteor shower like a week ago. In conjunction with, not in conjunction, but kind of like overlap, or like, and simultaneously there was like a total solar eclipse in some parts of the world. So there was some interesting things that were happening last week. I didn't mean to click that. Whatever. Okay, Pheno Red. Please don't mulch them. They seem interesting. Oh, wait, no, I just scrolled backwards. So yeah, every king will rot alive. I think that more or less happened, but it depends on what your definition of king is. The water of the earth will turn to bile. Okay, I think I'll just go with the worst case scenario out of these three, probably. Migraine aura. A thread of ultraviolet pain slits your eye. Mad prophet. Plague. It's a blood plague, a nerve plague, a skin plague, a lung plague, a gut plague. Stop yourself before you lose control. I would say it's a lung plague, because I do feel weird stuff with my lungs sometimes. Katara, clots, stifling. You're overextending yourself. The world goes black. Splinters of throbbing light blood trickles from your nose. You're promising too much. Causality grates against your nervous system. Put yourself in the path of entropy any longer and you will be destroyed. This world is but a shell. Pressure shivers it from within. It will shatter in such little time. The Sauron will die. He will die, and how? This time he will recall yourself somehow. Glospia, you've proven your point. What can you offer me? Um, boons beyond reckoning, the loyalty of thousands, the goodwill of entropy itself. That seems really good. The goodwill of entropy itself. Glaspia, I meant more concretely. Would you gather information for me? The prisoners of generations have left inscrutable sigils on the cavern walls and stonework. I need your upper world expertise to decipher them. The collection of sigil is how I maintain an advantage down here over the other forces of the biome, and I assure you that I am a far more benevolent lord than most. Ask Phenol Red, she's an indicator. I use her for intel, yes, but I also look after her. Few would. Okay, what's the options? I'll be your Haruspex, or I will be. I don't want to pledge myself to you. I don't know if I'm in a position to bargain here. I guess I'll be your Haruspex, whatever that means. I'll direct you to an interesting plot. Let's see whether you can follow directions. Do you have Google Maps down here? Okay, wall lichen. Init com 0.070.43 conduit vocal 6 command. Glosvia's voice crunches through the muttering of the lichen. These aren't all my lichen. Most are feral or wild-type, semiotic mimics. The glyphs on the wall. They look... Okay, I need to commit to these voices a little bit more. The glyphs on the wall. They look like writing or a system of divination. Glaspia. They evolved to maximize attention. They emulate written speech, warnings, prayers, infographics. There are thriving colonies in the upper world now, cultivated at shrines, plastered apotrophic over airship hulls. People like them. Mad Prophet. Then, if the lichen can get out of this dungeon. Oh, Glaspia. The subworld exports things, yes. It is old and complex enough to have an economy in its own right. Or a novelty of technology, contraband, torture. Mad Prophet. I could leave too. Glaspia. To put it bluntly, you may be more useful down here. To me, and perhaps to yourself. Okay, what are these choices? A drawing of a cat eating or spitting a bolt of lightning, drawn in golden mode paint. Okay, so what are the options? This is subterranean propaganda depicting grub cats, a symbol of the penance biome absorbing power from above. This depicts a mystic animal linked to the sky, perhaps sourced from individual aspirations of imagination. This is Saurontic propaganda describing the power of sacred speech. Leopards have long been a symbol of the sovereignty. Okay, so I see what's so basically the Mad Prophet character is just like going around this area trying to like either interpret or make up like meaning attached to these like random wall scrawls. Honestly, I'm compelled to use a randomizer here. Like I don't know. I just a random number between 1 and 3. 1. Okay, it is a subterranean propaganda depicting grub cats, a symbol of the penance biome absorbing power from above. A dragon encircling a sun while eating its own tail and buttocks, drawn in fluorescent blue coal. Also, I learned about the etymology of like alcohol recently, and supposedly it has roots, or some part of it has roots in coal, like KOHL. And there's something else about like like spirits, like deriving spirits from like the alcohol, um, from the alcohol fandom. I don't know why I worded it like that. Yeah. So there's like a lot of interesting etymology in the alcohol fandom. Um, Anyways, okay, this is a cosmic expression of the sovereignty as intact and unbreachable universe. This depicts the triumph of darkness over light, of the dungeons over the upper world, or this is the glyphic signifier of a prescribed apocalypse cult. It pertains to little beyond its own cryptic paranoia. Whoa, okay. Okay, it's 3. I'm gonna go as 3. Glaspia, good. Further in the corridor forks, you'll come to a midden heap. Navigation is harder in there, but Pheno Red can help you. She's good at detection. I want you to scrap for any spare phrases. Okay. The wall lichen fuzzes with static. You're out of range. Okay. A short sentence. All communication must be destroyed. Lettered in blood. Okay. This is an incitement to violence against ordered speech. This is an expression of despair at chaos. This is senseless insofar as there is sense in other actions. Okay. A very interesting font. So, okay, this center option feels the most neutral, I guess. This one here feels like it's a pretty definitive stance in like a socio-cultural sort of way, maybe. And then the last one, the third one, or this one, feels like somebody's read like a few philosophy or like logic books or something and is like making it most of their personality regarding like every single interaction in their life. Okay, I'm just gonna do a randomizer again. Okay, it's 3. Pheno Red has been amusing herself with trying to cast spells on the flies. I like the heat yard. Glospia says it's polluted with pestilential and all, but the grub cats are cute. Did you know there are actually a surface species originally? Stuff comes down here through chutes, garden robes, oubliette pits, hidden in the rock, etc., but I know where they are. Do any of them lead up to the surface? Well, yeah, but you couldn't leave. I know that's what you mean, isn't it? They're off narrow or vertical. It's a one-way thing, like a pitcher plant. You have been eaten already. I should be gathering more information. I can't do this voice. For myself, rather than another power. Okay, Pheno Red, I can help you with that. I'm an info technology, and I like to help. What should I know about Glospia? The wall lichens are under her fealty, or maybe part of her body. Am not sure. So you know the walls speak to one another, or what they'll see. Well, she intercepts them. Her surveillance network. Now, I'm not sure if she sells info to a buyer or retains it herself. Latter seems like Lee's. Also, she hates you. I am reasonably sure. Sorry, she really dislikes upper worlders. inquisitives, stray variables, but if she can make use of you, this may change. See, these caverns are a black box, an isolated zone, unwitnessed, unobserved. Everyone needs you to speak to them, to act on them. You make us real. Mad Prophet, can I ask questions for you? Like, there's only so far I can see, and the cavern stone blocks remote sensing, so what is the upper world like? Okay, do I tell her of the airships? Tell her of the whalers? Tell her of chemical weapons? I'm going to tell her of the whalers, because I think that is an interesting topic. Crews of people go out on the sea to shoot leviathans and whales with hooked artillery, tie the corpses beside boats, and butcher them for weeks. The rendered fat is used in lights for much of the world. The scale and bone become accessories. The meat is fed to pets. Okay, so this kind of more concretely dates where the setting may have been. I would guess, at least with that option, is, or at least like the Mad Prophet is suggesting that is like the current, like the early maybe 20th century, and the shift to like industrialization is like where the Mad Prophet is suggesting the upper world to currently be in, to Red Pheno, maybe. Okay, Pheno Red. Gross, beautiful, vile. And, oh, I'm mixing up the voices. And how do its people work? I mean, how do they go about with each other and such? Okay, tell her of serfdom, tell her of commerce, tell her of factories. I'm going to tell her of factories. Districts of those who possess nothing except their own bodies. Districts of hissing machinery, bright with its newness. Children working from sun up to sunset. Flesh in the gears, blood soaking the sawdust of the floor. Pheno Red. Mad Prophet, do you think I could live up there someday and see it? I might not like it, but I believe you would like it. I don't think you would enjoy it. I can't say. You would have to see for yourself, I think. I believe you would like it. I'd for certain learn a lot from it. Okay, let's go. Glospia will want to know. Okay, you report your findings. Pheno Red flutters beside you like a molecular zoetrope. Glospia. This is nonsense, or just too chaotic to make use of. Do you think someone or something is intentionally propagating contradictory messages? Oh, never mind. Well, you've done as I asked. There's a genomic gate guarding access to the lower layer of the dungeons. It's run by a certain bioengineer. The exit was one of her smuggling routes, but I decoded her proprietaries. In exchange for the info, I'll give you access. The biofilm has to be implanted in a mucous membrane. I'll need access to a body cavity. Tell me where you want it. Oh, so it's either the mouse, the stoma, or the anus. Okay, the biofilm has to be implanted in a mucous membrane. I'll need access to a body cavity. Tell me where you want it. Probably the anus. That seems the most sensible out of these options. Okay, Glospia's tendrils wind around your body, holding you in place. One snakes beneath your robes. You try to relax as it enters your body. Its coating of slime helps, but your abdomen cramps as the tendril pushes further up into you, cold and heavy in your gut. When it retracts, it is smeared with your excrement. It's done. Please refrain from trying to remove it yourself. You won't be able to. Okay, what are the options? Apologize for defiling her tendril. Ask if the biofilm has side effects. Ask to pet her dogs. I'm gonna ask to pet her dogs. Dogs? You mean my freaking eels? Absolutely not. At any rate, you'll be able to enter the inner sanctum now. It hosts the only way out of here, save for the way you came in, which is not a way out. So you'll be going out if you decide to go out through the way out. But aside from the flora, there's another hurdle. You have to petition the Duchess of Limbs for entrance. She lairs in the passage of the old sovereign's fallen court. How should I present myself to the Duchess? She's an... I thought that said edgelord. She's an Eldridge one and cares a great deal about manners. Pay your respects, but don't linger. She's lonely and hungry. I'll do what I can. Not always good around nobility. But they sentenced me to death. Here I am, not dead. Glospia, you are dead to the upper world. Dead in relevancy. Okay, what are the options? The dead cannot return. I can. Better this way. Obscurity is opportunity. This feels like it would be analogous to like an online account in my interpretation, where this option feels like it would be a little bit more exoteric, I guess, and it'd be like a lot of people holding on to like esoteric aesthetic mood boards or like random esoteric adjacent seeming stuff like texts or whatever, but then it just personally I do feel like exoterrorism is a little bit more interesting. So that feels like the first option. The second option is like, oh, you will, it's like some information is meant to be disclosed at certain times, or some information leaks their way out at certain intervals, or like some stuff needs to be hidden away for a while because it would be too much for everybody to handle. Honestly, I don't really know. I'm just gonna generate 1, 2, 3 again. 2. Okay. Better this way. Obscurity is opportunity. Okay. I can touch on the hidden nerves of the world from this dripping pit. It's a weird way of phrasing that. Glospia, you're ambitious then. You seek control? I seek overthrow. Any form of control is a method, not an end. Of greater interest are the feral technologies, proliferating blindworm here. Glospia, the subworld is a repository for disavowed projects, the toys that some upper power threw down in disgust, or the things that crawled from the corpses of those toys. This line reminds me of the term dual-use technology, and it might be like phrased differently depending on where somebody is in the world, but it's the idea that like a lot of civilian sort of usage of technology sort of is like funneled from other areas, and it takes a while for like certain technologies to like trickle. I don't want to say trickle down because that just seems, I'm trying to be careful with my like phrasing here because a lot of these are just like buzzwords as well. But anyway, it's an interesting topic for sure. If you seek influence, learn their ecologies. I would take you as an advisor if you would accept. You'd be sheltered from the hazards of the dungeon. Aren't we supposed to go? Or are we supposed to... I think we should remain for a little bit longer and see if that gets anywhere. I feel like remain in Glosspia's or employ for a little bit longer. She modifies you further to accord with the genomes of her own. Is this like where we just turn into a lichen? Her own biotech, her apathetic authority over the oubliette caves. You assimilate. You are camouflaged into the future tense. You remain subordinate, but she develops a respect for you in coalition. Her recluse network of biota are now comrades and confidants of yours. Increasingly, you become similar to them. Inform more than function. Under Glosspia's domain, you wiretap the puppet circuits of meaning. You speak from the underworld, your words amplified and disseminated by networks of protoplasm, and the overworld listens. Subtle shifts. Okay.